guys? So this is kind of crazy. 2 uploads in a row. We're getting consistent now. Another change of scenery for this week's video. I'm still trying to figure out a permanent way, but this one's a little bit better. I have to get a ring light still, but we're getting there. If you haven't already, check out last week's video. Last week we went over some convention etiquette. This week, due to a few requests, I'm going to be going over how you can get your own fursuit. I'm going over this because there's a lot of newer people in the fandom and they might not know how to get one. Now, when I was in the fandom when I was younger, it was really only a thing where adults had fursuits. There were never kids that had fursuits. They were just too expensive or people didn't know how to make them. But as it's been 10 years since I was a kid in the fandom, there's a lot of tutorials out there. There's cheaper options, and I've even seen a lot of parents buying their kids fursuits, which is awesome. I'll start with the cheapest way to get a fursuit, and that would be to make your own. Now, this is going to be the most difficult option, even though it is the cheapest, because fursuit making requires a lot of materials, knowledge how to sew. You need a hot glue gun, sewing kits, a sewing machine to be most effective. There's a lot that goes into fursuit making, but it will be by far cheaper than buying a fursuit straight out. Now, the easiest and cheapest option would be to make a dino mask. I actually have one myself. This is Shivari. He's my dino mask. I made him. And he was about $25 to make. You can make a dino mask for as little as $20. All you need is the dino mask. You can get them for $12 at Target here in the US. And you just need some paint and a paintbrush. I used some old fur I had left over, and a friend made the feathers on him actually. And this is how he came out. I did buy the eyes. I bought them from a shop on Etsy. I can't remember right now, but I'll do a little edit so you can find out where to get these eyes. They make them from all kinds of dino masks, and they're honestly super cool and they're really high quality. Now, if making a fursuit is not your thing, there's other options as well, but you're gonna need more money. The easiest option on how to get a fursuit is to straight up buy one. People sell pre-made fursuits, so if you go on something like Instagram or Twitter and you search up fursuit for sale, you'll find lots of listings of pre-made fursuits. The most convenient place that I've seen is actually on Instagram, and it's an account called Fursuits for Sale. They list lots of fursuits for sale every week, all different kinds, all different quality. It's a really nice place to try to find your first fursuit if you're looking for one. Now, if you have a certain maker in mind, you could go to that maker's website, Instagram or Twitter, and see if they have any pre-mades for sale right then and there. If you want your fursona made, you can commission a fursuit maker for that as well, but this will take a lot longer. Pre-mades are already made and they're available right then and there, but if you commission a fursuit, it could take anywhere from a few weeks to a few months to maybe even a few years until your fursuit is done. Makers like Beauty the Base have a wait list of 2+ years, but if you don't want to spend that much money on a high quality, big name fursuit maker, you could try your hand at a newer fursuit maker. Newer fursuit makers are typically a lot cheaper and they typically have a lot less wait time. Now, there are a few other ways to get a fursuit as well. When you go to a convention, you go to the dealer's den, typically there will be a few fursuits for sale that are also pre-mades. I have noticed though that these fursuits will be a little bit more expensive than normal because they are at the convention. The makers typically upcharge them a little bit. For example, my fursuit, as much as I love her, she is a little bit more expensive because I got her at a convention rather than getting it online on the website from the maker or commissioning the maker themselves. This is common. It's because there's so many people that go to conventions. Likely they will be selling these fursuits, so why not upcharge them a little bit and get more money for them? So the convention fursuits are an option, but just keep in mind they likely will be a bit pricey. Fursuit trades are also quite common. That's actually how I got my fursuit Silas. I traded a different fursuit for him, but I've seen people trade other things for fursuits as well. I've seen people trade PS5s for a fursuit, MacBooks, laptops, computer parts, all sorts of valuable things. So fursuit trades are another way to get a fursuit, is by trading something you have for a fursuit. But keep in mind, No one's gonna trade a stuffed animal for a fursuit likely, unless it's some really big collectible item. So don't bank on a fursuit trade and getting your own fursuit that way. Only try this option if someone is seeking something or if you're offering it. So if someone is seeking a PS5 specifically and they have a head you want and you have a PS5, then go for it. But don't just offer your things to pre-made fursuits or to fursuit makers, because it's going to come off as very rude. I wanted to keep this week's video short. I still have a lot going on in my personal life, but I hope this was a good little rundown on how to get your own fursuit. I hope it was helpful. And if you haven't already, please check out last week's video and my other videos as well. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Please don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Follow me on social medias, all my links are below, and join my Discord server. See you next time.